Welcome to this deep dive session on the state of trust in enterprise AI. Today, we're looking at what it takes to move from pilots to production-grade success in the year 2026. By 2026, AI spending has reached nearly $250 billion. While 3/4 of the Global 2000 have moved AI into production, the dividing line between success and failure is no longer raw intelligence, it is trust. In this lesson, we will cover the governance operating models required for success, the rise of bounded AI systems, the shift to schema-first document extraction, and the new unit economics of auditable execution. Hi, I'm Sandeep. As we look at the landscape in 2026, the question is no longer whether models can impress in a demo. It's whether they can operate reliably inside the constraints of real business systems. Let's start with the trust gap. Despite near-universal adoption, less than 20% of enterprises have a fully operational governance framework. This gap is where most projects fail, often due to a lack of defined failure modes and risk reporting. Governance in 2026 is no longer just a set of static policy documents. It has evolved into a living operating model that involves board-level oversight and real-time monitoring of AI value and risk. Organizations that invest in dedicated governance roles see a measurable ROI multiplier. By reducing rework and avoiding audit costs, these leaders are deploying systems 40% faster than their peers. This isn't just about internal policy. It's now a global legal requirement. With the EU AI Act fully enforceable as of August 2026, and NIST frameworks providing the playbook, auditability is now mandatory for entry. The EU AI Act and ISO 42001 have emerged as the essential management systems that procurement teams now require. If you can't prove compliance, you can't sell enterprise AI in 2026. This leads us to our next pillar, bounded AI systems. Trust starts with structure, not scale. A larger model is not always better if it cannot be constrained. Let's look at how we define those boundaries. Most business environments are rule-heavy and operationally constrained. Bounded systems focus on controlled inputs and predictable outputs, making them easier to test, monitor, and govern than general-purpose assistants. To manage the risks of autonomous agents, we use containment boundaries, transaction limits, approval thresholds, and mandatory escalation paths. We don't try to make AI perfect. We make the system safe. Because AI agents now act on behalf of employees, identity-centric architectures have become foundational. Each agent is assigned a unique identity with least privilege access, ensuring they only perform governed actions. These bounded agents are now driving the core of the enterprise. They are moving the ERP from a system of record to a system of action. Let's explore how they handle information through structured document intelligence. In 2026, document AI has hit a tipping point. Vision-capable models have replaced legacy templates, defining data by meaning and context rather than coordinates. We are seeing 94% accuracy in complex financial analysis. The real breakthrough is agent-ready data. Autonomous agents can't process messy text. They need structured JSON. By defining a schema first, we ensure the data triggers the right downstream actions automatically. Many enterprises are now moving extraction to local, open-weight models. This keeps sensitive data on-premise and significantly reduces the unit cost of processing millions of pages every month. As these systems scale, auditability becomes the final hurdle. The future of trust is not about dramatic demos. It is about execution. Every decision must be traceable to the logic applied. Action logging is now a non-negotiable feature. Every autonomous step is recorded in an audit trail, ensuring that if a system makes an error, we have the telemetry to detect and reverse it in real time. This level of control changes the economics. CFOs are shifting focus from vague ROI to disciplined execution. If a project lacks clear financial validation and defined failure modes, it simply doesn't get funded in 2026. We call this the autonomy trust ladder. The better your measurement infrastructure, the faster you can climb. You allow more independence only when you have the data to prove the system is executing within its bounds. We've covered a lot today, from governance operating models to identity-centric agents and structured data. Trust is an operational outcome, not a slogan. Let's recap our key takeaways. First, governance is a 30 to 40% ROI multiplier. Second, bounded systems provide more reliable execution than raw scale. Third, schema. First extraction is the key to agent-ready data. And finally, auditability is the prerequisite for production deployment. In our next session, we will look at the specific steps to implement an agentic governance framework in your organization. Thank you for joining this masterclass on Trust in Enterprise AI. I'll see you in the next lesson.